Hey guys, it's JackSid46 here. I know I haven't made a video in quite a long time. Um, I've just been busy with working, band stuff, and just doing other things. I do have a few ideas for videos that I can do in the future, so I'll be doing them at some point. So for today's video, it's a Q&A video. So you guys, some of you have given me questions, and now I'm going to be answering them. Question 1. Would you take £1 million to never be able to listen to or play music again? Well, no, actually, I wouldn't take any amount of money, because music is what I'm passionate about. It's what I enjoy doing. So no, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't give it up for anything, for any amount of money. Question 2. Why did you leave Absent Shadow and Supreme Empire? Right, for those that don't know, Absent Shadow and Supreme Empire are two bands that I was a part of. In Absent Shadow, I played guitar, and Supreme Empire, I played bass. For Supreme Empire, I left that band because I basically just wasn't enjoying. I mean, I enjoyed it to start with, but as time went on, I kind of lost interest, as we were taking quite a while to write stuff, and it was taking forever to, I didn't feel that we're getting anywhere. So I'm surprised that I stayed in that band for as long as I did. But we still had laughs and everything and whatnot. As for Absent Shadow, I started that band with a good mate of mine, and things were going well. We had a full lineup, and we had some songs, like 3 or 4 songs, so we're getting somewhere. The lineup started to change over time. We're changing our sound too much, and we went from using 6-string guitars, then 7 strings, and then at one point 8 strings, and then back to 6 strings, and it was and then we changed from playing metal to playing punk, and it was just no, it wasn't really working out. It was kind of changing way too much. I don't mind bringing in other influences and stuff, from other genres to create a new sound or a unique sound, but as soon as the lineup started changing, it started going downhill. There was 3 members in the band for the last few months, and we're rarely getting a practice in, and yeah, we just decided to call it quits. So my current band that I'm in, Grace of Vengeance, I'll leave links in the description for you to check us out. So with Grace of Vengeance, I'm having much more fun because we're actually getting stuff done, which is good. I like it. I'm having good fun. We have great banter. And just overall great fun with it. We have a laugh, we hang out, For these next 2 questions, they're sort of related, so I'll answer them at the same time. What are some of your favourite bands, and what are your favourite albums by these bands? I listen to a lot of different types of music. For those that know me, I have a wide range when it comes to music. I listen to anything metal, punk, rock, reggae, a bit of hip hop, and really just whatever takes my fancy. I'm always looking for new bands as well. So if you have any suggestions for new bands that I should bands that I should check out, I should say, just let me know. I'll list a few bands and my favorite albums by those bands. So first up is Guns N' Roses. My favorite album is Appetite for Destruction. Next is Sun, or Sun O. I don't know which one it is, with their album Monoliths and Dimensions. Pixies with my favourite album is Doolittle. Rush with their album 2112. The Blackening is my favourite album by the band Machine Head. And lastly, Opeth, and my favourite album is Blackwater Park. Other bands that I like to listen to are Dragon Force, Meshuggah, Newton Faulkner, Revenge, Napalm Death, Led Zeppelin, Green Day, The Beatles, Triptykon, Biffy Clyro, and Iron Maiden. And there are many more, don't worry. Question numero 5. How long have I been playing guitar and bass for? I started playing guitar in 2004 on acoustic. I don't know what that was for. But then I stopped for about 2 years. I picked it up again in 2008 and been playing ever since. As for bass, I've been playing for about 5 or 6 years. Next question. What is my favourite prog album? I like both prog rock and prog metal, so I'll say my favourite albums from both. My favourite prog rock album is 2112 by Rush. It's a brilliant album. I highly recommend you check it out. Fantastic album. As for prog metal, I have 2 bands that I really like, which are Dream Theater and Symphony X. Both brilliant bands. I recommend you check those 2 bands out. My favourite albums by these 2 bands are, well, for Dream Theater it's Train of Thought, Black Clouds and Silver Linings, and The Astonishing. As for Symphony X, it's Iconoclast, Paradise Lost, and Underworld. Those 6 albums are fantastic. I highly recommend you give them a listen. I think they're all fantastic. Nearly there, guys. Second last question. What is your favourite genre or subgenre of music and why? If I had to choose a genre, it would have to be metal, because that's the genre that I listen to most often than other genres like rock and punk and whatever else. I'm unsure what my favourite subgenre would be if I had to choose, because again, within metal there's quite a lot of subgenres, and I like stuff from each one, so I don't really know what my favourite subgenre would be. So this is now the final question of this Q&A, and it is, if you could choose any secondary character from the Star Wars universe to get a spin-off film, who would you choose and why? That's a good question. I would have to say Boba Fett. He's the most popular bounty hunter. He's my favourite bounty hunter from the Star Wars universe. So I think it would be interesting to for the fans to see what happens to him when we last see him in episode 2 and to when we next see him in the original trilogy. See him getting a bit more involved in the action, I would say, like in more fights, gunfights, space chases, space battles, whatever they decide to do. But I think it would be a pretty good movie. I would definitely go see it if they do it, but we'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, that's the end of the Q&A. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.